Welcome back to Breaking the Curse with Sunshine and Nikki. I'm Nikki. That's my cousin Sunshine. And here we talk about everything breaking the curses of generational wealth and, the disparities in income gaps and all these great things. We hope that this episode is meaningful and impactful to you and you go home knowing more than what you came in with. Don't forget to click down in the description box below for the links to all of our social media channels. And we'll see you every week. So today's episode is about soulmates. Do soulmates exist?
Heck
That's
yeah.
my question. You said heck yeah. Tell me more.
No, you tell me.
Ah,
Beauty before age. Beauty for before.
no.
No.
I want to know, what is a soulmate to you?
Whew, it depends on what day you ask me. How about that?
Ah, okay.
But they are real. They are real. A lot of people think that because you meet your soulmate, that's who you'll end up with. That's not always true. And then a lot of people don't believe in soulmates at all. Only thing I can say is if you don't believe in it, you'll never find it. That's it. Yeah. But they're real. You'll know soulmate when you feel one.
So what does it feel like when you meet your soulmate?
In the beginning, I don't think you really know. I think it takes time for you to understand who that person is. Um, it's not like you meet the person today and you're like, oh my God, I just met my soulmate. No, you probably horny and seeking attention, been neglected, seeking something and wanting to be anybody. So that person just fits in the moment. And as time go on, you think that they're the spawn of Satan instead of your soulmate, you know? But the soulmate is someone, honestly, that your soul can't live without.
Mm.
No matter how you have that person in your life, you feel the need to have that person in your life. Whether it's in a companionship way or whether it's platonic, you don't want to ever live without the person once you come in contact with the person. So, to be honest, you should know that you're ready to meet your soulmate because it can be catastrophic as well as it can be a blessing, to be quite honest. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So do you feel like there's a difference between soulmates and life partners?
Indeed. Indeed. Life partners is something that I feel like society has created. They don't want to call it marriage anymore, because marriage is now taboo. No one wants to give up their freedom. No one wants to live and die for someone else. No one wants to lay their life down to protect someone else's life. The world that we're living in has become so selfish that the entity of marriage has been diminished as far as I'm concerned. So, I mean, my cat can be my life my puppy can be my life partner, but my husband is my husband. There's a difference. And I really think that a lot of that came when people did not want to accept um, that, what is it called, LGBTQ community.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like that's when a lot of that came because they didn't know what to call them. They didn't know what to say. So that's when you started hearing a lot of this life partner. And they say it so much, and no shade or disrespect to anyone because that's their personal business, that those who are not even in that lifestyle have adopted that saying versus my husband or my wife.
Hmm.
So I don't buy into the life partnership thing. I mean, we can be life partners realistically. I got you for the rest of your life and you got me for the rest of mine. I'll go to bat for you.
Yeah.
You'll go to bat for me. If there's a need, I'll
Yeah.
fulfill it. If there's a need, you'll fulfill it. But
Yeah.
do I want to marry you? Do I want to have sex with you? Absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that a lot got lost when they legalized what they did, and I don't want to go into that specific topic only because I don't care one way or the other, and there's no way that people out there are going to understand that I don't care, though I have an opinion.
Mm.
So people do what they want to do. At the end of the day, everything that we do is our choice. So who am I to say someone doesn't have a right to do what they want to do? That's between them and their maker. Period. If they even believe, but that's a whole nother topic. You know, I just think that term life partner really came from when people were trying to figure out what to say when things became legal and it was in your face and you can't avoid it no matter what. It used to be done in privacy, and now it's more on the front line than regular heterosexual relationships are. So they had to think of something to call it. Now, my question is, why did heterosexuals in monogamous relationships decide that that terminology was better than my husband or better than my wife?
Oh, well, I don't look at it the same way. So I look at soulmates as the person that you're connected to. Like you're the physical body is non-existent, right?
Mm-hmm.
That my spirit has to be with you, right?
So your
That
soul and your life
we
are not the same.
you're my mate. Like I feel like a soulmate can only be romantic. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
I feel like a soulmate can only be it can only be that romantic connection.
Where's my other phone? I need to be looking this up.
I feel like life partners, leaving the physical being out of it, is someone that you're just supposed to travel through all of the different lives with. No matter what life you're in, you two always come back together because you travel through life together.
But that's what they believe soulmates. What you're
So,
describing is exactly what they say soulmates are.
yeah, so see, I don't believe that for a soulmate because I think that a life partner can be somebody that you're not in a romantic relationship with. It's just another entity, being or whomever that you travel. I believe in reincarnation and all these things. So
Okay.
that's a whole nother
Yeah,
topic.
that explains that statement. Okay.
So I believe that we travel through different phases of life or different lives, right?
Oh, I don't want to come back, but go ahead. I'm saying once I'm out, leave me out. What in the world? But okay, okay.
I believe our spirits. I feel like it comes back. So, and it's a whole deep spiritual reason as to why, because I was very much so like, I don't believe in that. And then some stuff happened, and I was like, all right, I see you. Okay, got it.
We'll
Duly noted.
life that will make you change your mind about
Yeah,
what you believe and what you don't believe. So I understand that.
yeah. So,
So
yeah,
soulmates to you has to be romantic.
to me, yeah. I feel like when I say
Okay.
my soulmate is somebody that I am romantically in love with. That
I mean, I
my
agree with that statement. I do. I
yeah,
think
my
that's a life partner.
yeah. See.
I don't believe that I have to be in love with my life partner.
I believe that too. I believe life partner you don't have to be in love with that person. It's just a person you travel through these lives with.
I mean, heck, me and my life partner can do some heck of business together. We can walk around and touch stuff and make it turn to platinum, forget gold. That's what I think of when I think of that statement in a non-committal type of way.
Hmm.
But soulmates,
Yeah.
yeah, if my soul is crying out for you, the rest of me is crying out for you too.
Right. Right. So I'm very careful I'm like, oh, if you catch me like, yo, that's my soulmate, trust and believe. Trust and believe some
Hit
other things are happening.
you to hit the skin. Okay.
Yes. it's no way.
Okay.
I just feel like it's a connection that you just cannot um stop.
So, say a person meets their soulmate. Do you believe you meet your soulmate too soon in life?
I don't believe you can meet them too soon. I think that circumstances and situations can happen, but I feel like you always come back to each other.
So there was a movie some years ago. It was about this. The movie actually made me cry real tears in the movie theater. It did. I don't even know the people names. It was a guy and a girl, and he was like running for some type of political party or something like that, and he lost, if I remember correctly. But they met in the bathroom or coming out the bathroom or something at night, and they were connected. They were definitely soulmates. And they had to travel through portals, and the only way they could get through the portal was with a hat on. I have got to find it so you can watch it. But I promise you, the movie had me so taken that I was sitting in the movie theater crying because in that moment, if you've met your soulmate, they're gonna come to mind. They are going to come to mind. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But I used to have a blog, and I actually blogged about it. That's how deep it was. I just could not believe what I had just saw on the screen, and it made you wonder, like, if what you're saying is true. If people come back, if no matter what happens, they're always going to find each other, no matter what. Because that's what kept happening. No matter what happened, they just kept finding each other. They would just be in the weirdest places, and all of a sudden, they would be there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just weird. It was a good weird. It was a good weird. Soulmates are very interesting things. Very. So have you met yours?
Oh,
I mean, it's been a minute since we talked, so I figured we might as well just go for the gut. Why not?
I don't feel like I have.
Okay.
I don't feel like I have. I feel like, see, I feel so weird. I feel like relationships that I have with people, I never really dissolve. We had this conversation. Like, I feel like I'm cool with everybody except one now. But I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. Okay.
It's nobody where I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to be with you. Like, I love you so much. I don't have that.
But see, that's not it with a soulmate, and maybe that's the misconception because you can love the person, you can desire the person, you can go through all that, but sometimes it is about timing. And your ultimate desire for your soulmate is for them to be happy, even if you're not the one that can make them happy. Period. If you have to look and say, you know what, he is a good man. It is not that anything was wrong with him. He did not do anything to hurt me or disrespect me. He understood my worth, and maybe he understood my worth more than I understood my worth. But at
Hmm.
the time that we crossed paths, one of us weren't in alignment. Do you hold up the other person if you love them that much for the rest of their life out of your selfishness? That's not soulmate. That's honestly, to me, not even
Hmm.
because real love wants you to be happy. How can I
Hmm.
want you to be happy? But I know I'm not making you happy. Because where you are and where I am is two totally different places. So let me
Yeah.
let you go. And there's a saying, if you love something, set it free. If it loves you, it'll return. I am
Hmm.
a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer. And now that don't mean everybody can come back to those that's watching.
Right.
That don't mean everybody can come out. But I believe that um, changes, like major life changes, will happen just to put you in alignment with your soulmate. people can come in contact with their soulmate. And because it doesn't mesh flawlessly the way they want to believe soulmates are supposed to, I believe that they're in denial. They would rather believe they never met them than to believe they did, and this is what happened. But your soulmate will hurt you, just so you know. With your soulmate, everything is not perfect. Let's be very clear. Let me put me out on a plate. The devil is a lie. Okay? Your soulmate is not giving you butterflies all day, every day. That's not what your soulmate is.
Do you feel like you met your soulmate?
I know I have. And
Now,
I'm not discussing anything else about it on camera.
I was about to go there.
You are not coming for me tonight. Nope.
So
Nope.
can you be with someone other than your soulmate?
Absolutely.
Mm. So
Absolutely.
what does that typically look like? Like if you know you met your soulmate, but you're with somebody else, how does that play in a relationship?
It doesn't. Because you want your soulmate to be happy. And for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
at that moment in life, y'all did not make each other happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, okay, so it is such a serious thing, but at the same time, life does go on. And since life goes on, I can make the best out of a worse situation. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
often tell people in life, you have to have a real good partner, a real good hand. And to be quite honest, I haven't had the real good partner. And my hand hasn't been all that either. So I just have to make do with what it is. I'm a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that, am I going to deny myself love and companionship because of somebody else that didn't make the cut for whatever reason? And it's not that they're a bad person now, but you now have children and ex-husbands, ex-wives, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm not one of those kind of people that deal with drama and women and baby mama drama. That is a total turn off for me.
Mm-hmm.
If a man has children and but if that female is the type that can't just co-parent, that my presence is going to irritate her spirit, that she's not going to want her child or her children around me, and all of the drama that women go through with their exes, I will look a great man in his face and tell him, you know what, you are a wonderful man. You're just not for me. Because what you bring with you, I can't deal with. And I've always been that way. Even before I was married, I did not like men with children. When I was married, you had children, I had a problem with you. Doesn't matter. Now I am a widow. People with children turn me off because it's too much that comes along with that. I have to be willing to say that if she should pass away, get some great illness or something like that, that I am willing to not only help you parent your child or your children, but I'm willing to bring them into my home or our home or whatever the situation may be. I'm willing to step into those shoes. And to be quite honest, I am not.
Mm-hmm.
I am not. No, no. Don't nobody have to deal with my children's father. So why should I have to deal with their children's mother? And then for me, I watch the excuses with it. You know, you find people, oh, well, that's different because that's my child mother, that's my baby mother, that's my daughter mother, that's my son mother. Let my phone ring at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's a dude on the other end that I used to have sex with and see how you feel. And if we can't play on
Mm-hmm.
the even playing field, we're not playing. And unless I meet someone who is in the same identical situation as I am in, I'm never going to be attracted to someone who has children, even if they're my soulmate. I'm gonna love you from afar. I got you from afar, but that's the deal breaker. Because even with that, you still have to have your boundaries and limitations. And that's a boundary that I don't want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So, in knowing that, I can know who he is, but I also know that that could never be because it's always going to be their mother.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. We're not going to graduations together, weddings together, bar mitzvahs. We're not doing none of that together. No, you're not going to give me a headache because y'all didn't work and he found his way back to me because he made a mistake. Or because I made a mistake. I mean, to be quite honest, it might have been more me than it was him. It might have been. And I'm also not going to have a good man in my life right now. And we're building, we're doing things, and it's more than just the physicality of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Every area. I'm not going to have that and walk away from that because of something that was. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
if you quote unquote are, but what we had was, as in sense. So I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
do that. I'm not going to hurt a good man because of someone at some point that didn't make the cut enough for me to give my all then. And since, like, do you have a problem with submission? Let me ask you that.
Um, I need you to clarify.
Do you have a problem with submission? Not what is it? BDSM. I'm talking. I know who I'm talking to, Freak Nick. Stop playing with me. I know who you are. I know who you are, Freak Nick. Okay, not in that manner. What I'm saying is, do you have a problem with the order of operation? There's God, then there's the husband, then there's the wife. And when the husband tells the wife to do something, technically, she is supposed to honor and obey. Do you have a problem with submission?
I do.
Okay, so with that being said, if you have a problem with submission, then you will fear your soulmate
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because he has a certain amount of power because you're supposed to submit.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really want to go into the submission conversation while we're on the soulmate conversation? How you want to do this, Lord Nikki? Tell me what you want because I'm about to go there.
Go there. Take me there.
Why do you have a problem with submission?
So what if my partner wants me to do things that don't morally fit?
Well, your soulmate won't want you to do that.
Mm.
Your soulmate won't. Your soulmate is going to protect you above themselves.
Okay.
So if
So I
they're
feel
going to
like
protect,
in that case, it's busted wide open. We can do whatever you can. We can do whatever you like.
I mean, and knowing you the way that I know you, Freak Nick, I think it might be more you than it would be the soulmate. It might be the issue because of the kind of stuff you like, Freak Nick. I'm just saying. If y'all don't know about why I call her Freak Nick, maybe she'll put it in the caption somewhere. But that's her name. But I'm being honest though. The soulmate situation, it can pull at you, but if you have self worth, self respect, self control, and your own identity, you can avoid that pull. So I'll use me since I'm the one that's not married. So say for example, I will because I was going to put it on you, but I don't want to do that because I don't even want to put that hypothetical in the air. Okay. So say for example, um, clearly I was married, and let's say that my husband was not my soulmate, but I knew who my soulmate was. Let's say my soulmate wanted to rekindle things. You know what, Sunshine? I know I wasn't ready when I met you. I know that, I was afraid. Um, there were some things that you understood and I was older than you that I didn't even understand. And now that I understand them, that daggone cardinal, now that I understand them, you know, um, I know who you are and I know who we're supposed to be. And this is what I want. Tell me what I have to do. It doesn't matter if I gotta go to another country to be with you. If I gotta cross state lines to be. It doesn't matter. This is just what I know it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be me and you. But I'm married. My husband is a great provider. We don't have the perfect marriage, but nobody does. I have children with my husband. My husband is not raising someone else's children. These are the children that we created together.
Woo-wee.
I can't destroy my husband and my family because my soulmate finally figured life out. So that's where my self-control has to come in. I'm just not going to destroy everything that I'm building because of something that was. I want what is. I don't want what was. Because it was for a reason. Now, it's crazy because it happened. That's why I'm laughing. So say you then find yourself in a position where you're no longer married, whether it's death or divorce, and that soulmate resurfaces. But they resurface with children, obligations, and everything that wasn't there. I don't believe it's ever going to be the way that it was. If you have children with someone else, I have children with someone else, whether mine is dead or alive, we're never going to be able to really mesh the way that we were because now we have outside souls involved in our situation that we still have to care for. How do we do that properly? Mm-hmm. That's my situation. I couldn't risk what I had. That's a problem. Always remember you left for a reason. And if you give any ex enough time, you will remember why you left.
Okay. Do you think you can have more than one soulmate?
That's some Clyde stuff right there. Clyde felt like not only could you have more than one soulmate, but every time one didn't work, God created another one for you.
Oh.
Yeah, he was special. And I didn't know that till after we got married.
Oh, God is
I wasn't
plentiful.
aware. That was definitely not in the resume. I should get you and Zoe to do one. I don't know if y'all would be able to handle it though. We did a sexual resume.
A what? A sexual
A
or
sexual,
a
a
factual?
sexual.
Okay.
We say it louder for the people in the back.
I
Sexual
hear you.
resume. We did it before we got married. We did it before he even proposed. He made a comment one day. Would I tell him all the people that I had sex with?
Okay.
I said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he said jokingly, we should do a resume. He was like, I do mine, you do yours. You give me yours, I give you mine. We can't leave anything out. And I said, all right, so how does resume supposed to look? He was like, person's name, when you met them, how long you were with them, how long it took you to have sex with them, and the different things sexually that you had actually done with this person. So if all you did was kiss, you still had to reveal it. He had to put everything in the sexual resume. And I did it.
I'm doing that tonight. I'm gonna start it because I don't know when I'm finished.
But he has to be in agreement with it. You can't just do it. He has to be in agreement.
I mean, we have conversations now about. I mean, we had conversations before we got married while we was dating about how many people we had been with and the things we had explored.
I don't even believe if you've been with your soulmate. And as we stated before, soulmates are a lot different than life partners as far as what they call them. I don't believe if you've actually been with your soulmate physically, that if that person dies, that a new soulmate is created. Because I just don't believe that there is anything that someone else can do to fill that void when it's your soulmate.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I had to back away from mine. Wasn't when we was together. It was when we wasn't together. Because he told me that he felt like he would risk his relationship with God just to keep me in his life.
Mm.
And I said, whoa, don't let God come kill me. Because you can't separate. And he was like, in everything in my life that I do, he said, honestly, Sunshyne, I do it right. He was like, everything. He was like, I don't believe that I'm perfect, but when I think about why I'm not perfect, my imperfections is because of the love that I have for you, the thoughts that I have for you. And biblically, I know it's incorrect because I'm legally married to someone else. But I will risk my relationship with God just to keep you in my life.
Mm. Mm.
Because I was scared. God is a jealous God.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let him kill me so he can get your attention. No, thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's heavy.
it was. It was. But in that moment, it was something I would never forget. And it's like even when we would try to meet up with each other, I'm going to be in town. I'm going to come see you. I'm going to be in town. Meet me here. Meet me there. It didn't matter which end it was on. Something would always happen.
Mm.
It was like God was saying, heck no.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. And I mean, it would be, when I say crazy, dude ain't got nothing to do. He working, doing his normal life, ain't traveling, ain't going nowhere, ain't doing jack. And I show up in the DMV. And all of a sudden, he on the other side of the country. Get the heck out of here, nigga, stop lying. And then he videoing me like, nah, yo, seriously, look. This is where I'm at right now. Like, what's the likelihood? And I have learned to accept what God allows. Because that was actually a part of my prayer. I never wanted to be a problem in his life. And if us coming together would create some type of chaos or dysfunction, I don't want to hurt other people just for me to be selfish.
Mm.
He's a great guy. He just ain't mine.
Mm. Yeah, I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that.
I mean, love is the ability to let go. Love is not just holding on.
Yeah, that's very true. And it's very complicated.
That's that toxicity that people love nowadays. They love to be in toxic situations and they confuse toxic behavior with love. But if all you want to do is
Mm.
hold on to it, you never want to let it go. Not in a you never want to see the person, whatever. But there's some people out here that they are so connected to their spouse that they can't breathe without knowing their heart rate.
Mm.
You take one step, we got to be on the same foot every single time, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Every single moment of the day, I should talk to you. I should know every single person you talk to. I should know everything you have a conversation about. There's no
Mm-hmm.
individuality.
Mm.
And they call that love. That's not love. Love doesn't hold on like that. Love gives you room to make mistakes, let's be clear. Because
Mm.
love is not going to let you make mistakes that would destroy the person that you really love.
Mm.
How can I trust I used to say it to Clyde. I don't have to trust what I can see.
Mm.
Period. Which is why I didn't believe in looking through emails and text messages, all the stuff women go through. I never believed in that. Now, if you called me, and he has, if you call me and say, hey, can you go in the office and check X, Y, and Z for me and forward it to my work account for me? And I go in there, I do it, and I see something that you really didn't want me to see. That's not me looking for it. That's God showing me the difference. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. They'll come back. And if they come
Mm-hmm.
back at the right time, then hey, it is what it is. And if they don't, as long as they are happy, you've done your job as a soulmate.
Mm.
And then let's not forget a soulmate does not interfere either.
Mm.
It does not. It listens. When they call and they upset and this, that, and the other, it listens. Soulmate can call you to the carpet. Dude, you know you was wrong for that. It ain't nothing you can say right now. I know you better than anybody. Soulmates is not always uh, flowers and roses and butterflies and dragonflies and crap. It's just not.
Great topic. I felt like I learned a lot.
Indeed.
I appreciate the talk.
Indeed. I missed you.
I missed you as well. I'm so happy that we're getting back to recording. So if you guys like today's video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Drop down in the description box below to find us on our social media accounts. And yeah, leave us a comment, show us some love. Tell us what you think. Have you met your soulmate? Are you married to your soulmate? Let us know. We want to hear all about it in the comments below. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Any final thoughts, Sunshine?
Whew. Go find your soulmate. You only
Okay.
live once. You only live once.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Send this video to the person you think your soulmate is.
Send the video to your soulmate. Oh, you about to get in trouble. Will we? I don't know. Listen, I don't know if you should do that. All
Okay.
right, guys. We love y'all.